So throughout this video series, I've been looking at 1 Corinthians 13 and looking specifically at what it means to be a person of love. So far, we've looked at how love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, and love keeps no record of wrongs. And the next characteristic mentioned in 1 Corinthians 13 is that love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Love does not delight in injustice. It does not delight in wrongdoing. It does not get pleasure out of watching other people suffer. Instead, it rejoices with the truth. It believes that what God has called good is good and rejoices with that. Of course, we begin by acknowledging that if we're supposed to not delight in evil but rejoice in the truth, we're acknowledging that there is such a thing as good and evil, that there is a God who has created good and evil, called some things good, called some things sin or evil, and that when God puts his Holy Spirit in us, when we come to faith in Jesus, he makes us a new creation. We begin to see the world as he sees the world. We begin to see what is good and see what is evil and have more of a desire to do what is good. So let's look at this on a personal and a corporate level. On a personal level, I think to delight not in sin and evil, but to delight in the truth means that we do not hide our sin. We do not walk and lie in misleading others. We do not pretend to be someone we're not, but we walk in the truth, believing that that is the best way to be in a loving relationship with another person, is to walk in the truth with them. In other words, love means confessing sin. It means we don't hide what we're doing wrong, but we confess it, because we know that to love someone means to walk in the truth. So where might you need to take this to heart today? Secondly, on a corporate level, I think that not to delight in evil but to rejoice in the truth means that we don't take joy in any evil. We don't take joy in the things that God calls evil or unjust. Consider, for example, the inputs in your life. What are you watching? What are you listening to? Are they things that God would call evil or unjust? Do you delight in those things that God calls evil? Consider the things you consume, the things you purchase. Are you contributing to the injustice in the world by what you have, the possessions you hoard? Consider whether you find yourself deriving pleasure from the suffering and injustice that others experience. Love, remember, does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. So if you find yourself delighting in evil or not walking in the truth, whether it's personally or in relationships with others, I want you to ask the Lord today to refine your heart. Remember that when you come to faith in Jesus, he puts his Holy Spirit in you. You are a new creation. He gives you a new heart, new eyes, new way to see the world. Do not delight in evil. Do not embrace that which God calls unjust or wicked, but rejoice in what God has called good and walk in the truth.